MerMay, and I have hardly done a thing about it. And something that came out during the homeschool convention was, I mean, no one knew this but me, and that includes being at the North Carolina event I was at, is that I need to be doing this. This is pretty important stuff. And I've really gotten away from it. I was doing some pretty fast drawings, which is good, because this was the busiest homeschool convention I've seen in a very long time. And I'm very glad to say that. But I noticed seeing the Facebook memories that I've done a live today, the 30th, which isn't always Memorial Day, but I've done a live today for quite a number of years, and I thought, you know what, I need to get back to this, and this is a good way to do it. As I've said, as I intended a long time ago, the idea was I would start doing these over on my cartoons page, and I'm hardly even posting there. I'm going to post something there here tonight. Been actually in recovery here from the homeschool convention. It was the homeschool convention of drawing the children was outstanding, but the situation the rest of the way was untenable. I'm not quite clear how I got through it. It's certainly the worst situation I've ever been in. So I will definitely be doing things differently next year if I'm there. I had the option of being in North Carolina, and considering how things went, I kind of wish I had. Just gonna get with my elementary school art teacher. I really don't want to miss the homeschool. I just love being with those young people and the parents and encouraging them. I'm not really seeing if. Oh, actually, looks like is there anything happening here? Am I live? Oh, I'm Elaine. Hello. Yeah, I did sell some books. It's not a strict, considering the situation involved of driving all the way back in a mad rush. Since this is Memorial Day, I thought I'd do it. From seeing what I've done in the Facebook memories, I've never done a Memorial Day mermaid, so I thought I'd do that. All those who have given their lives for us to hang around and be able to go to homeschool conventions. Elaine will be a bit interested in all that happened. Actually, the situation next year of my being there may be very, very good, involving books and all. I actually have 3 options. I definitely won't be doing what I did this past year, which I've done many years in a row. This was definitely the last time I'll do that. But I won't get into that now. But anyway, I drove straight home from North Carolina. I did make a stop in Callahan and accidentally found myself in the Callahan is coming down 95. Callahan, Florida is just west of US 95, and it is a way around any backups in Jacksonville, in Duval County. And I was thinking about making that turn, and as I was driving, there was a note from the GPS to make that turn. So, well, what the hell? I will go through Callahan, come back down. It's kind of sick one half dozen the other. It does take a little bit more time, but apparently there was something going on in Duval that made it much more difficult. And so I stopped there, stopped at the library actually, quickly as a place to quickly stop and actually use the restroom. um, and the library they always have some good books there. So I picked up some books there that they charge, that they have for sale. They don't really sell them for anything. I think I bought a whole stack for about $2. But I bought some to give away, and oddly enough, I stopped at the Callahan Museum, which is actually the West Nassau Historical Museum. And there was John Hendricks there and a whole bunch of other people, and I just kind of wandered over, and John said, we're having our monthly meeting. Join us. So I thought, well, maybe I'll rest here for a little bit before I get back on the road. And I didn't know they were serving food, but they were. Anyway, I was talking to John's assistant there, whose name I can't think of. Anyway, it turned out that there were a couple of books I picked up they didn't have in their library. They do now. I gave them the books. I was tickled about that. Okay, so I want to make sure she's out of the water, else this doesn't make a whole heck of a lot of sense. Can't be flying a flag in the water, so I'm going to put her out of the water here. And I may do one more live tomorrow just to end MerMay. I feel bad I haven't contributed much. I've done only one drawing, I think, this whole month for MerMay. I'm sure I went live, I think I did, earlier this month. And I need to do more of this, and I won't do it here because I know some folks don't like me doing this. I mean, occasionally, maybe. So I'll do it over on my cartoons page. But I need to. But anyway, driving all the way back from North Carolina, then getting a few hours sleep and driving to the homeschool convention, they had a really bad parking problem. And unfortunately, the person who was supposed to help me, I couldn't get a hold of when I got there. Try to get this darker. I finally did, but it was a little long before he did. And I mean, a really rotten spot. The parking people were they were big guy here. So I've got this. Draw one of the parking guys. One of the parking guys look like this. Well, they just came out of a gang. A big mustache. Not all that well shaven. Obviously, the guy works out. These guys were really threatening. Yeah, they weren't wearing hats. Because he had a short cut. But I've talked to others too who felt threatened by these guys. They were just way, especially when you realize that these were mom, dad, and the kids. This guy was a big guy. Saw him both days. Both times he was acting threatening. Which I know Harris Rosen does not mean to have happen. Just knowing how he's handled some other things over the last number of decades. That wasn't him. Apparently, these parking guys are. So this was a short, stocky guy. Not short, but he was real wide. Probably a bit more fit than I'm drawing there. I'm a little pudgy. Drawing him like me. Well, he looked like he was about to pull a gun on me and others. He was just. The thing that changed this year was that if you did not have a hotel room, you could not park at the hotel. And my problem when I got there was that I did not have a hotel room, but they also weren't letting me go to the docks, the loading docks, to unload my stuff, and told me you're gonna have to put it on the sidewalk and call someone to get it. So I desperately tried to call Randy, my contact, and could not get hold of him. and I was stuck. I was actually blocking traffic because I didn't know what the heck to do. Seriously, consider going home and just take some sleep, which is probably what I should have done to begin with. This is he looked meaner than this. I'm making him look too nice. This guy was real rough. One time he was approaching me. He was wearing something else too, but I can't quite remember. I don't know if he had a gun or not. He did have something on his belt. And he had pockets. Very fit, big guy. I'm making him look too fit, too much. I should have taken a picture of him. Well, I was really startled by what was going on. I'd never been in a parking lot where kind of had thugs handling things. Anyway, the first guy was thuggish. Vernon was his name. This is not Vernon. Vernon had a longer face, but he was the first one that was threatening to me. Then he went away, and I was stuck calling Randy, please answer, please answer. He said, after a long while, he finally gets back. I'm in a meeting. I said, I don't care. You have to come now, right now. And anyway, Vernon comes back in the midst of that and says, "Oh, I've got you at the it was Dock 13. Dock 13. You have 1 hour, or we're going to charge you $60." This was what Vernon said. And I know the docking right there, so I pulled over to Dock 13, which I actually had never unloaded. I don't think I've ever unloaded before. Anyway, I was unloading, ran into a lady. She was from New England. She had that New England accent, with the getting used to letter R. Anyway, I ran to her as I was trying to unload, and she was trying to get out because she'd also been told you have 1 hour or $60. So she was desperately trying to get out of there because she was scared. It wasn't the six. I mean, and for me, the $60 was beyond what I could afford. But for her, it was just the threatening way it was said to us. These were not nice guys. Anyway, I've got to get with Shingle Creek. Apparently these were contractors, and they need to get other contractors or get these guys to soften up a bit. You know. Well, since I see Elaine, or I'm not sure if Elaine's still here, but maybe something manga-ish. Maybe if. Oh, I saw there was a lady. I was trying to get a. I drew nonstop all day Friday, all day Saturday, but I only saw the back of one lady who was dressed like this. I was trying to find the lady again. I remember just seeing the back of her. She was I was going this way, she was going that way, and I happened to look down the aisle, and here was this lady in this green chiffon dress. Much as Tabitha has. And she was going away from me and toward the doors. But I never saw the lady again. I don't even know if it was it was a tall lady, taller than me. But I don't even know if it was a young lady or old lady or whatever lady. But I saw her walk away. I tried to find her, get a picture, and send it, but I never did see her again. But then again, this is the first time I really didn't get around much. I was just really drawing a lot. But that's what they should put these guards in. Green chiffon, like the Anna Green Gable, put a big dress and a big floppy hat. Maybe hold some flowers. That would have been funny. Yeah, Burley, that is this guy. There's your poem word. Oh, I'm sorry, I realized I was drawing that off. Okay, this is sinking a little.